So excited. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, good. Always good to see some faces and know someone is joining us here. So I'm just going to give you a little overview of our lineup tonight. I am going to be sharing with you. My friend Kendall and Whitney are going to be sharing with you as well. Hello, everybody. We're going to be here for just a short 30 to 40 minutes, guys. It's not going to be long. Please ask questions, okay? Please put your questions in the comments. So let's test that out right now. And please comment now. Who invited you to this event? Who invited you here? Just comment that. I just love to hear kind of everyone's connections. This is exactly how we're going to do our giveaways in a little while. So I want to make sure it's working. Hello, Melina. You'll hear a couple of questions throughout the event. We'll put them in the comments and I will alert you guys as to when they're dropping in there, you're going to answer those questions in the comments and that's how you're going to earn the giveaway. So tell us who invited you. We're so excited to hear just all the connections and see where everyone's from. We are going to go ahead and get rolling, guys. So you are probably here tonight because a friend invited you. You're probably watching this because you're curious about why people choose Plexus. You're curious how people make money or why people do this. Why do they stick with the company like this? Really, we want to answer that for you tonight and answer what sets Plexus apart, okay? So I am your host. I'm Nicole Bowrig, and I live in the mountains of North Carolina with my family. I'm married. For 10 years we've been married. We have 2 kids and a dog. And some of my background is in education, and I was also a doula. So I have been with Plexus for 4 years, and I started my journey off, guys, for my health, right? I really saw massive shifts in my sugar cravings, my regularity, brain fog, low energy, and moods. Anybody else out there ever have a day where you wake up and you think, it's early in the morning and you think, how am I making it to the other end of this day? How am I making it to the end of the workday? Or maybe till the kids' bedtime? Like, can you give me some love if I'm not the only one that's ever experienced that? That was me a lot of days 4 years ago, guys. And so when I started to see this massive shift in my own health, yes, exactly. Guess what also started to change? I shared. So I love the products, and we were missionaries when I came to Plexus. And so we lived in a grass-roofed hut in Swaziland. I had a lot of obstacles, guys, because I launched my business from there, okay? And some of those obstacles were poor and really expensive internet. No one in the country could purchase products from me. So 95% of my business was grown online, okay? I would wake up at 2 a.m., crawl outside of my one-roomed hut into our truck, turn on some lights, get some selfie lights going, and sit and have calls like this, attend trainings at 2 a.m. because of the time difference. So I had obstacles. And you know what? I promoted 2 ranks in our company from that place. Hey guys, keep tuning in. Awesome to see you. I was able to promote twice in the company, not because of my great determination or my incredible skill. Honestly, guys, it was because of the training that I got, the fabulous support that I received, people who poured into me, and it was simple. The steps were laid out for me, right? And so you had better believe that we were living around the poverty line in the U.S. And when I started to make $500 and $1,000 with Plexus, you better believe that made a significant difference for my family. So I want to tell you a few more things. So that was kind of how I launched into my network marketing business, right? So why network marketing? Why does that matter? Are we seeing so much about social marketing? I'm going to go ahead and assume something. I'm assuming that if you are here listening to this, you already see the genius of network marketing, or you are curious about the genius of network marketing, right? You probably have a vision for the future if you see why this is so powerful and why it's so smart. But we're going to kind of dive into this a little bit. I have an Airbnb. All right. My husband and I, we run an Airbnb out of a cabin on our property. Anybody ever used that site before? Amazing for booking really great local accommodations. Every day when we have a guest check out, I send them their little thank you and, their checkout instructions. They leave. I take my kids down to the cabin and we go clean, okay? Clean the cabin, do all that, get it set up for the next guest. And then I walk back up to my house with my kids and I'm looking for one thing. What is the one thing that has the ability to make or break my business with my Airbnb? Anyone want to guess? The review from the customer, right? That has the ability to, those 5-star reviews can skyrocket us to the top of listings. And if we get bad reviews, it has the ability to tank our business, right? So I'm operating our business all the time, working for that 5-star review because I know I've got a happy customer, right? And this is the power of the consumer-driven market that we live in today, okay? So I love that network marketing is tapping into this consumer-driven market. Never before, guys, has there been such a push for people to be like really striving for those reviews, the word of mouth, the recommendations from friends, right? Anybody ever, you buy things based off of a friend's recommendation. You go to the restaurant, a place for vacation, you buy the certain shoes, or you get the certain pacifier for your kid because your friend said it was good, right? Okay. How many of you have taken a recommendation from a complete stranger on the internet? Hello, the world of blogs, right? This is the genius of social marketing. We want other people who have said, this is what's worked for me. Maybe it can help you too, right? And so network marketing does that. We're cutting out the celebrity endorsements. We're cutting out billions of dollars in advertisements and instead putting that money into the pocket of entrepreneurs who are working hard and making recommendations, right? Based on their experiences. It is genius and it is the future and it is now. Network marketing also answers a huge need that we have globally. Financial help with low input initially, right? Low startup. Did you know that finances are the number one stressor in a relationship? And there was a study that came out that said couples who have disagreements over money weekly are 30% more likely to divorce. Couples who have disagreements over finances weekly are 30% more likely to divorce. It is a huge issue, right? And so the fact is we need money to survive, right? And it is a terrible thing to get to the end of the month and realize you've got nothing left in the bank account. And so another great flexibility that comes to us is with something you can work when you can work from home with low input. It's not costing tens of thousands of dollars to start. All right. So that's the beauty of network marketing. But we're not just talking about that. I want to share with you some tips about what to look for when you're looking for a company to join with. Okay. So we're going to talk about, you need to look at leadership. You need to look at culture. You need to look at the compensation plan. How do you get paid? Do you get paid? And you need to look at the services provided, okay? So over the rest of the time, myself and Whitney and Kendall, we're going to talk to some of these things. So why is Plexus different? Our leadership, guys, it starts from the top. And our president, Alec Clark, says all the time, if you are blessed, be a blessing. Has anyone heard that before? If you are blessed, be a blessing. If your life is thriving and good, share that with others. And that is a incredible summary of the leadership that we have, the heart. We are on the vanguard of products. When you purchase a product, you can donate 14 meals to a family or a child in need in your own country, okay? We're doing this across the world. I just love that. It's a trickle-down effect, right? When the leadership has that vision, the people follow and the company follows. And it attracts people who also have that vision of helping others. So what about Plexus's culture? This event tonight is the best example I could share with you of our culture. There are women and men on this call whom I don't know. We have 2 separate teams here tonight. And if you're like, I don't know what that means. That means that we are independent businesses, and nothing that I do is going to benefit Whitney and her team necessarily. Like if one of my friends is here and you guys are like, this is amazing, and you just gotten started on the products, that financially doesn't benefit Whitney. We don't care because our vision is so much bigger, and we are here to connect our passions and our desires and the ways that we have been wired. That's why we're here. And we want to team up in our one Plexus culture to share the best of what we have with you guys, right? And so this is a perfect example of our culture. We are not a culture of competition or being out for ourselves. We almost have this competitive nature where like we want to one-up each other, like in kindness. And I love it. It's a wonderful place to be, right? So those are just a few things about our culture. We constantly hear people are surprised, the support they have, the encouragement, the ways that people are reaching out to them well beyond something about a business or something about a product, that this is people doing life together. It's like the best part of family. Those are those things. So the bottom line is, before I bring Kendall on here in just a minute, all of this works. And what Whitney's going to talk about, it all works, guys. Why? Because the products work. That's the assumption, right? None of this great culture, great leadership, or none of a great compensation plan is going to work if you don't have a service or a product that actually functions the way it's designed to, right? And Plexus has been at the forefront of research for probiotics and gut health. You know, billions of dollars are being poured into researching their CBD oil, adaptogen herbs, okay? And we are in that space. There's even pharmaceutical companies who make drugs who are now creating probiotics. Why? Because they see the genius of probiotics and how it's the future of healthcare, right? So we are a company whose products change lives. Like, you can hear story after story of those amazing transformations that really just come from bringing our bodies back to the way that they were created to be, okay? It's not so science-y that it's unbelievable. It's really rooted in science, and each ingredient is backed with a purpose of why it's there. So I bet that you listening tonight, you care about people. I bet that you are here because you have a heart to help others and you're open. And we already know that you're thinking for the future because you're a visionary who's like, what is this genius of network marketing, right? So speaking of all those great things and people who have a heart, I'm going to introduce to you my friend Kendall. She and I, so I'm just going to go ahead and get her on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so while she is coming on, guys, there's going to be a question that's going to be dropped here in a moment for a giveaway, okay? Kendall and I go way back to high school. She was my best friend then, and now she is. I get to work this business with somebody whom I adore and love, okay? So, okay, great. There's giveaway question number 1. Oops, it said I sent the invite. Let's try that again. Thank you so much. Said I've sent the invite, so check for that. Can't send it again. It's always a good little hot second delay here, so thanks, guys. So while we're still waiting, yeah, maybe just do a quick refresh there. It'll come up. Okay, great. So we're going to have a second. So Kendall is a woman who really steps forward in love, guys. I love her heart. She's a mom of 4. She is a nurse, and she, great, there you are. She and her husband pastor a church together. He is the lead pastor, and she supports him so much in that. And so I'm just excited for you to kind of share her unique reasons about what drew her here to the business.
Stretched funny?
You look great. I see you right next to me. We're sharing a screen. I think we're good. Okay,
because my
yay.
face looks like, can you hear me okay? Okay, because it's fuzzy on my end, but it's my adapter. So as long as you guys don't hear the fuzz, I'm happy. So let me X out of my iPad because I was planning on using that to talk. First of all, thank you so much for asking me to do this.
Thank you for being here.
And I was trying to write out what to say for tonight. And the problem is there's so many reasons why I do Plexus. There's been so many different reasons come up over the years. Initially, the obvious, why have I been using Plexus for 4 years? Because it changed my health quality. And so that's kind of a no-brainer. But then I started thinking, well, I kind of wrote a post last night that kind of strikes the chord just a little bit. And then I'm going to roll into a little bit. So this is what I wrote last night, guys, and I'm going to be reading a little bit. It's okay. I'm okay with that. I mean, some free trips and cruises have been pretty cool over the years. But that's not why I stick around. Seriously. Despite the fact that some months I've made enough to cover groceries and other months enough to pay for groceries and my rent, some days even that's not enough to stick around. Isn't that terrible? Like, why do we feel like we have to make $10,000 a month to stick around? Like, why is $500 to $1,500 not good enough reason? Anyhow, just like saying it. True, these products literally change my body's health state and quality of life. That's another Facebook event for another night. And that's definitely why I've been taking them for 4 years. But that's not why I stick around with the business and leadership side either. So something I've found over the years is this mission, should you choose to accept it, or this business, this industry, this company, this team culture, should you choose to accept it, is almost like a forced refinement process. Keep getting text. Sorry. So that is
Every once in a while you are cutting out. Maybe you could just swipe up and silence
from
it.
People.
Just swipe up and silence.
I kept getting
maybe,
a message.
And then that'll cut it. There you go. Good.
Okay.
Cool.
So
you're good.
Thanks. It's this. Sorry, I'm a part-time nurse. Again, another thing with Plexus. I was full-time, needing to go part-time, and I had been using the products for so long, knew they worked, and knew I wasn't. It was a legit gift I was offering people when I was suggesting it. So I am now part-time, and Plexus is a huge reason because of that. So just something to keep in mind. I love exercising my mind. I love exercising my relationships with people at work. And in fact, I would actually say a lot of my team is including people from that I've worked with over the years at the hospital and currently. So I love that, but I felt convicted to be home more. And it's been so rich. It's been such a rich blessing being part-time there and really being able to pour my heart into my home. And that being said, what I was saying before was this is a forced refinement process should you choose to accept it. And if it is something like fear, insecurity, avoidance that you're not leaning into with the business, I have realized the areas that I was struggling in my business were not just my business that were struggling. It was areas, the same thing I was doing with my business or avoiding with my business, I was avoiding with my marriage, with dreams of ministries I wanted to do. Why has it taken me so long to finally go to counseling? Just so many things like that. I realized, whoa, the things I'm avoiding here or leaning away from here are not the only platform in which I'm avoiding them. And this opportunity, should you choose to accept it, is a forced refinement process, like I said. And I chose to accept it, and it's been so interesting, and it's been so rewarding at the same time. So just to give you some tangible examples, through this group and accountability group, through Plexus, this culture that we have on our team, not only that, keep in mind, this might not be important to you. That's okay. It's important to me. There's a lot of businesses out there that I have friends that work with other, in other companies. And I have this extreme peace and excitement knowing that our owners are Christians. Do they call themselves a Christian company? No, because anyone's welcome. But I know that the values they have are incorporated and trickle down from the top. And those values that I share with them are built into the company. And then my sidelines, most of them are like my sisters in Christ. And like I said, if that's not you, that's okay. Like, trust me, you're still welcome here. Come one, come all. Everyone needs gut health, right? Everyone needs financial freedom. But that leadership, that layer of servant leadership, that layer of like leveling up for a greater purpose also comes as an overflow from my sidelines. And so from this culture, accountability groups, personal growth, coaching we've had, and a ladies' Bible study that I've had, I have finally not pulled the trigger. That's not a really good analogy to use when I go to say, I now have my first counseling appointment that I'm going to, because I realize I've been avoiding it, and that's on Monday at 1. My husband has started to notice things that I'm doing differently around the house and getting my crap together. He did not say that. That's my words, not his. I wrote down for one of my goals and spoke to my manager on the unit that something I've been avoiding is being willing to orient to charge nurse, because it is like playing chess with pieces you don't know that you have yet. And so, that you don't have yet. It's like playing chess with pieces you don't have yet. Okay? Try doing that. It intimidated me. The leadership, the not trusting my skill set. So that's what I'm trying to say. It affects everything. Oh, and the last thing that I finally have done that brings me the most joy is something that's been on my heart that I'm not trusting my skill set with, is a desire to lead a just women's Bible study or encouragement to get in the Word. And I'm doing that on a small scale, but I'm doing it. And I'm not lying to you guys when I say this is a huge reason why I'm finally stepping up to do it. Conviction and passion. Why have I not leaned into that? Maybe it's the same reasons I've not leaned into my business in certain ways. Fear of responsibility, fear of not trusting my skill set or thinking I have to do things perfect. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, this is kind of an annoying saying to me, a cliche, but it's so stinking true. This is a personal growth plan. This is a personal growth program with a compensation plan. And I'm like, man, all these leadership skills I'm learning and acquiring, I'd be paying thousands of dollars for. And I am getting paid, paying my rent and my groceries, helping my friends improve their health, improving my health, my family's health along the way. And just realizing that you have a voice, realizing you have a platform, and what you have to say just might be worth saying. And we give you those skill sets too and push you outside your comfort zone. So when somebody comes to me and says, you know, I don't think I want to do this as a business, but I like X, Y, and Z, I say I'm totally okay with that. But if your reason is fear or insecurity, then you need to lean into that. So that's my encouragement for you guys tonight. If you're like, I really love X, Y, and Z about this, but I'm not going to share on social media, or I'm not going to tell my friends about this, I'm just going to take care of my own health. Why? If you really are like, no, I want to pour my energy into this other thing and I feel called to do that, I will say, rock on, sister, like, pour your passion into that. But if you're like, is it because I'm scared? Is it because I'm prideful? Is it because I've got some legit insecurities about all this? Then I'm going to challenge you to lean into that and step into a space where this could be a forced refinement process should you choose to accept it. The end.
Love it. Yay. Thank you so much, Kendall, for sharing. It's just so good, guys. I'm going to transition. We're going to
I
invite
just got
Whitney
off shift, by the way. That's why I'm wearing my sweats.
She
I just
did.
got home from the hospital and ran
Yep.
into my secondary office, the bathroom.
The bathroom. You can do it from all angles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. If you've got a comment or a question, drop them down there. Whitney, I've sent you the invite for you to join us. I think you should be coming on next. Hopefully you see that there. I want to introduce Whitney a little. And Kendall, you can just hit the X in the top corner of your screen. And so that will send you off and Whitney can come on. Thank you. Okay, so Whitney lives in Kansas City and she loves to travel, and she also said she loves Jesus. You're seeing there's people who love to serve and care for others. She's into fashion and she really enjoys working for herself. She has a lot of great wisdom to share with us. So let's just see, making sure that she's got my invite here. Okay.
My name is Whitney, and I have been with Plexus for 4 years, and I just want to share a little bit of my story in terms of the business side. And let me just fix something really quick. My lighting is a bit intense. So I just want to share a little bit of my story, okay, you guys? So I'm from Kansas City. I moved there when I was 18 years old to go to Bible college. I had such a heart for the Lord and for missions, and I moved out there and I joined a full-time ministry school where I served 4 years. After that, I continued to serve with this ministry for about 10 years total, counting the school. And that's where you would have met me 3 years ago. I was working full-time with this ministry, and it was called the International House of Prayer. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but we served as missionaries in the United States, serving in intercession, prayer, and working with people out in the world and in the church to serve in all of those different ways. So as a missionary in the United States, I had to earn my own support. I was single, trying to make it as a single girl, woman, and raising my own support was really, really difficult. This ministry, I was working 50 plus hours a week, and because raising support can sometimes be challenging when you're living in the United States as a missionary, I was also working part-time at Pure One Imports, and so I was working between 65 to 75 hours a week, and I was exhausted, and I had just kind of like been working, serving. As women, and I know men too, like in America, like we just work a lot, and we give, and we pour out, and that's where you would have found me 3 years ago, and anyway, so that's where I was. I was having a hard time just trying to make it financially, but also my health too. And so that's why I started Plexus, was for the health. I never, ever saw myself doing network marketing at all. But, I started looking into the compensation plan. My sister, who shared Plexus with me, kind of tricked me into listening to some of the training calls and hearing about the compensation plan. And that's when my ears really perked up, because I started to understand how amazing Plexus was when it came to compensation and providing for their ambassadors. As someone who had spent 10 years pouring out and serving and giving of my time and not really receiving a lot of compensation, it was like a breath of fresh air. It was like refreshing to hear of a company, of a business that cared about people, that wanted to help people with their health, but also wanted to provide for people when it came to finances. I can't even tell you how amazing it was to hear that this company provided in such an amazing way, looking at their compensation plan. So I'm a very practical person. At that time, 3.5 years ago, I was working way a lot, and I had very little time to devote to something else. And I was not really into giving more of my time unless it was going to be worth it. If I'm honest, how many of you are in that place? Like, you want to make, some more money. You want to be able to bless your family. You want to be able to do all these things, but you don't have a lot of time and energy to devote to a lot of other things. So whatever you put your hand to, you want it to be worth it. And so that's when I saw the compensation plan. I knew that this was going to be worth my time. Plexus was such an amazing company. I saw that they provided financially, not just through products, not just through, trips and cars and, through stuff. They actually provided income that could change families' lives and people's lives who were wanting to, whatever they were doing, whatever they were passionate about, they could work this business and also, have an income and be blessed in that way. And so that's what really sold me. So I just want to share with you guys real quick, my top 3, maybe 4 things about our compensation plan that really separates us from a lot of other companies and a lot of other network marketing companies, if I'm being honest. The first one is Plexus has a way that we can make money. Not just one way, not just 2 ways, that we earn 10 different ways that we can earn in Plexus. This is crazy amazing. A lot of companies, there's 1 or 2, maybe 3 ways that you can earn. That includes bonuses and trips and things like that. But with Plexus, there's 11 ways, or 10 ways, 10 ways you can earn. And that really differentiates us from a lot of other companies, if you just think about that. So the second thing that really makes Plexus so special and so different is that from the start, whether you're day 1 or you're day 1,000 in Plexus and you're a top ranking diamond ambassador, which is the top rank of our company, you're going to make the same amount of money signing up a new person, whether it be a customer or what we call a wholesale buyer or ambassador. If you're signing someone up, you're going to make the same percentage as a diamond. A lot of companies, if you look at them, the higher you get in the company, the higher percentage you make off of enrolling new people, enrolling new customers. And so that's why higher ranking people in other companies make more money. But with Plexus, from the start, you make the same percent off of people you're personally enrolling. So you don't have to wait till you're clear at the top of the company to start making a good amount of money. For example, today, if you signed up a friend of yours, a sister, and your mom, you would make $75 in bonuses. Can I share this on here? Okay. Ask my sister over here. $75 in bonuses. Plus, if you enrolled with what we call a $199 welcome pack, you would earn another bonus on top of that. I think probably around, I can't remember off the top of my head, or I think around $100 or $150 plus another $100. So right off the bat, you can make quite a bit of money with our bonuses. And what's really cool about network marketing, and especially with our products, is next month when they order, you're also going to make what we call residual income. So you make one sale, and next month you don't have you're going to earn off of that same sale. So I hope you understand that. If you guys have questions while I'm talking, please feel free to send them my way. But I just love that about Plexus. Like, you make the same percent, the same bonuses as a top of the company, off of people you're personally enrolling. So if a diamond ambassador signs someone up personally and you sign someone up and you just started, you're making the same amount off of that one sale as a diamond would. So that's really, really cool. And that's really different. The third thing that really separates us is how you can kind of just like the layout of ambassadors, as we would say, or wholesale buyers, people who are also working the business. A lot of companies, you can only have what they call levels 1. You can only have 2 or 3 of them. And then you have to like add people under them and keep going deep. And you have to do this like balancing act in order to like really make an income. With Plexus, like all that fuzziness goes away. You can sign up as many people as you want, and they're always going to be your level 1s. You're going to make the most off of your first 3 levels. So you can go 7 layers deep in Plexus with people, but you can have as many level 1s as you want, and you're going to make more off of your level 1s than you would your level 7s. So we would say, in a lot of other companies, you make more money the deeper it goes. Rather than being at top. So that really does, if you look into it and you do the math, you actually have more control over how much you're going to make, more control over your own business, because if you're doing the work, if you're sharing what you love and you're signing up those people, you're not having to like make sure your other people on your sidelines are doing their job. Like, you are in control of your business, and that's really separates Plexus. Like, if you look around, it really does. Like, you're in control, and that makes a huge difference. And so I love those 3 things about us that really sets us apart. And I just want to share one more. If you're looking for a business opportunity that could totally change your life and the lives of so many others when it comes to businesses, and you're thinking, man, I don't want to just make a 500 or 1,000 a month. Like, that would be amazing. That's so doable. Like, that's so doable in this company. But there's more than that. And I just want to catch the vision for you, because Plexus provides ways for you to go as far as you want when it comes to making an income. Okay. We have what we call jewels in our company, and they're people who are making 6 figures or more a year. And there's over 500 jewels in Plexus. And they are people who are the kindest people you know. They're people you would just call your sister or your mom or your friend. Like, everyone I know in Plexus is so down to earth, and they've done it, and they've achieved that rank. And what is so cool about what makes them go hit 6 figures when they reach that jewel status is that Plexus provides a pool that they get in where they make a percentage of what the entire company makes month to month, and they get a portion of that pool. And so many other companies do not offer that. And let me tell you, that will increase your pay beyond. And to me, that shows you how much our leaders in Plexus, our owners, our CEO care about you as an ambassador, that we make the most off of the people that we're personally signing. And then once we really pour into and we create a team that's moving forward and we really substantiate our business and we hit that jewel status, they're like, we're going to give you a percentage of what this entire company is making month to month. And that is huge. And that's where it can become even more life-changing. And I just want you to know, like, wherever you are in your life, you know, I was a girl working 65, 70 hours a week, just trying to make it on my own. You know, there's so many moms that do this business, raising their kids. You know, we heard from Nicole, who was doing this in a hut in the middle of Africa, I think, right? Africa. It's like so amazing. You can do this business no matter where you're at in your life. And, Plexus makes it so doable and so worth your time. And let me tell you, you will feel so loved and appreciated when you give your time to helping others. And when you receive that compensation back where you can bless the people around you, your family, your friends, and you can live the life that you've always dreamed of, like, it really is amazing. Just a little testimony of me right now. I'm actually work for myself now, and I'm in California for 2.5 weeks visiting my sister. This never would have been possible without Plexus, and I'm just so thankful for all that Plexus has offered me, and I know it can be for you too, because trust me, if I can do this working from my phone, working 65 hours a week.
Most of the time, when I am talking to someone about this opportunity and they're asking me questions, and there's one thing that comes up so often, and I'm just going to share it, okay? We're going to call it out. I don't want to be that girl. There is a fear, a hesitation, a question, a concern, a just downright refusal. I don't want to be that girl, all right? And if you've had that thought tonight, or you're thinking that, you're probably referring to someone who looked really pushy, who was a pushy peddler, right? Who's spamming everyone. So if you don't want to be that girl, or you don't want to be that guy, good. Thank you, Carolyn, for ending the giveaway. We don't want you to be that kind of person either, okay? We want you to be you. So instead, this is who we are proud to be. We are proud to be the girl who cares for others and shares a product that will bless them. I am proud to be the girl who takes financial stress off my family. I'm proud to be the girl who isn't satisfied with the status quo, and I want more freedom for not only my family, but other families. I challenge you, be the girl who's brave and puts others first. Let's be the women who choose to believe in ourselves and that we are worthy of success. Be the girl who gets messages of thank you and such heartfelt gratitude, because people cannot imagine what their life would have been like if that girl hadn't have shared with them, okay? I just want to close with a question. What if this could change things? What if this could change everything? Thank you for being here.